Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about Quant Network, aka Q&T. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So with all of that in mind, Bitcoin and even Ethereum are having a nice day today. Overall, I'm going to be watching this closely well, I shouldn't say tomorrow, but later on today. Gotta wake up though. I gotta go to sleep. It is currently 3:20 a.m. Having a hard time sleep today, but it is all good. In terms of Q&T, we are seeing some nice price action following that nice little drop that we've seen. We are currently up about 7.33%. Have the chart open over here. I shouldn't even say chart, but I actually have the tab open over here. 4.88% currently. Trading volume up about 14.48%. We came down as low as about $118. We're going to be talking about that a little bit here shortly. In terms of the holders tab, yes, we are still seeing these nice figures from 2 days ago. I think that this actually updates today. They usually are a little bit spaced out in terms of actually updating this live, but I'm sure that this number has probably increased greatly since the 13th. I hope everybody had a great Valentine's Day. And with all of that being said, let's move on and let's talk about some charts real quick. So with Bitcoin still eyeing about 44K, it's having a little bit of a hard time breaking over that. Currently, I'm watching that level closely. In fact, I just told you guys, watch that 48.6K zone. This is resistance going back as far as December 31st. And of course, this is the resistance point that we had to break to go to the all-time high currently. And it's also that resistance going back to September. And I even told you guys that it goes all the way back to 2021 as well. So that is a very significant area to break over, and I do have it labeled on the chart there. You guys have it. So watch that level closely. Watch for the 44K area rejection on a lot of these altcoins, like for an example, like Q&T, right? It did target yet again that nice little 236 area on the fib level, as you guys do see, at about $118 almost exact. We dipped just slightly below it a little bit, which is whatever. It's totally fine. I am watching for us to retest these areas though at about $100 to $73 yet again if we do see Bitcoin gain some weakness. So I'm watching this throughout this week. As you guys are probably all aware, I've been watching Bitcoin closely the last couple days. I even told you guys that I was watching the indices closely as well, which definitely is a key thing to watch for in terms of impulses on Bitcoin, which will ultimately lead us to impulses on, of course, our altcoins. So please be aware of, just the indices and be aware of Bitcoin in terms of those levels that I told you guys. We still have to break over this $160 range on Q&T for us to even be bullish. I know that, recently this nice price action moved from about almost $80 to $160, which is almost a 2x exact. Is pretty significant, but for the most part, it's nothing too crazy, and I really don't think that this price action on Q&T looks good until we are back into a nice demand channel, which is well above the 382 at about $177. So until this level up here is regained, I am not going to get bullish on Q&T at all. And the reason why I say that level is because, of course, this is the demand zone going back to August. And this entire nice consolidation area, which lasted 16 days, this is pretty much the point where we, watch for the next major impulse like we did see back into the September zone of the all-time high. So again, some key levels to watch for on Q&T are, us dropping below the 118 zone, breaking over the $160 range, and of course breaking above this 382 at about $177. Now, with everything that has been happening in crypto, so of course the Super Bowl was on Sunday. Yes, we did see a lot of crypto, related ads, specifically, FTX, Coinbase, Crypto.com. There was a lot of talks around crypto. And we do see our Super Bowl gave us a glimpse of crypto's true potential. Its biggest event happens in just 91 days. Tickets increased by $146 tomorrow, and this is that permissionless overall Palm Beach, Florida meetup. This is going to be the world's largest DeFi conference. I'm actually very excited to see this. I think that by May, I think that this market's going to look very different. I know a lot of people are actually kind of worried about the Fed in terms of hikes on some of the percentages. It's hard to say, right? Like, are we going to see, some hikes? Who knows? Those will most likely happen in March. And of course, I do see a lot of individuals worried about the Ukraine stuff. I actually just talked about this in a video from last night. We really don't know exactly what's going to happen here shortly, but I definitely do think that we should be watching the Fed, and we should be watching things happen with, of course, the Ukraine. We also see Coinbase went from 186th place to 2nd place on the App Store after its Super Bowl ad. We do see, the website also crashed due to the traffic after the ad. There was about 20 million users that went to the Coinbase website after, scanning the QR code. I think it's pretty insane, to say the least, with how much demand is behind, crypto. Of course, you could say that the demand really is just individuals being curious. Yeah, sure, definitely is. But I do think that we are going to see a lot of those users stick around and see what crypto is all about. We also see in terms of Q&T. And the reason why I'm bringing these up, by the way, is just because the demand for crypto is continuing to grow. So I definitely do think that we are still in a bull market. I have not, I haven't changed my basis on that. But we do see with Q&T, SDX calls Q&T a tech advantage for interoperability. SBI, the main stakeholder in Ripple, names Q&T for digital asset and forex interoperability. Is the interoperability enabler for the Digital Pound Foundation, solve digital asset interoperability to the RTGS system. And of course, on the 24th, which is nearing every single day, we are now 9 days away from this. We are going to see a lot of talks regarding, of course, this major cross-border settlement revolution. And of course, some major names are included here, and we do know that Q&T is also going to be a leading name here. And I've been talking to you guys about this for a very long time now. I want you to all pay attention to that date specifically, because it could be very, very interesting to see a lot of things come from that. We also see here Q&T Overledger Network has a permission part, governments, CBDCs, enterprises, and then also a public part, which is open source for crypto, etc. It's the needed hybrid ecosystem that brings DeFi, centralized DeFi, and traditional finance legacy together all in one massive network. Hybrid is the logical and likely new system for all players. And this is actually a quote from Quant as well. DLT networks need to integrate into existing global financial system. Then you can extend the compliance and the controls you have in place with what you've got today, with what you need tomorrow. What you end up with is a hybrid system, and Quant has solved this. Quant is the bridge between, of course, the DLT digital future of tomorrow with, of course, centralized finance and even traditional finance. And it's all a major bridge, if you will. It's all interconnected. I actually just talked about this on my Twitter today as well. For those who want to follow me, go hit the follow button real quick. NCashOfficial, you guys will not regret it. And we do see here, I can't believe people think I'm actually paid to talk about projects like Q&T. If you are too blind to see why interconnectivity is key for legacy and digital networks, then that's on you. $10,000 is just the beginning. $100,000 plus is the goal. And I do believe that we will see those prices, and a lot of people continue to laugh. That's totally fine. I don't really care about individuals, goals, or maybe their overall ideas on price action goals for Q&T. I really don't care, and the reason why is because I do see the power behind Q&T. I see the potential behind Q&T. Becoming that interconnectivity layer between the digital revolution and the current legacy revolution that we are in now, that's been spanning for years, is very key to see the fundamentals behind Quant, to really kind of see the price behind Quant as well. That's exactly why I talk to you guys about it on a day-to-day basis. And also, we did see Bitmart will list Quant Q&T. Quant Network is leading the revolution of developing Overledger DLT Gateway. Deposit open at 9 a.m. EST on February 15th. This is actually going to be opening here in about less than 5 hours and 30 minutes. QNT/USDT will be tradable at 11 a.m. EST February 15th, which is again about in roughly 8 hours from now. So definitely pay attention to QNT. With a lot of these exchange listings, we could be seeing some nice price action moves. Bitmart definitely is one to note. We are on some major markets already, like for an example, Binance, Coinbase, Gate.io as well. We are on currently 58 exchange pairs, but Bitmart definitely is one to mention because Bitmart is actually a pretty big leading name. Sorry, did not mean to type that, but here we have Bitmart at number 49, $845.8 million in volume, 810,000 weekly visits. So that's pretty significant. And when we are talking about these exchanges, we're seeing a lot of volume flowing into them. And of course, their weekly visits are increasing because of all of the crypto ads during the Super Bowl. I think that we will be seeing a lot more crypto adoption happening from the retail side of things. Will we see hyper adoption? It's questionable, but I definitely do think that QNT being on Coinbase, Binance, and some of these major exchanges already is going to allow for a lot of those eyes on QNT. I'm more so dead set on us getting back to the all-time high currently. Then after that, we target some higher digit figures. And for those who did buy the dip, first off, for those who did buy at around the bottom, a lot of you guys probably didn't have the opportunity to buy the exact bottom. I didn't have that, and nobody did. But we will see here, this would be about a 362% of an increase in price. And my target points are up at those higher fib levels. If I would have to say like the bare minimum price targets, we're talking about like a 1,074% of an increase in price, with some major increases in price as we do kind of reach out to those higher figure fib levels. We'll go off of the 4236 because it's almost always targeted on a lot of altcoin holdings, and even in this market, this is about a 1,779% of an increase in price. And of course, for the overwhelming amount of individuals that will say $3,000, this will be a 3,000% of an increase in price. Now, do I think that $10,000 will happen this bull run? It's rough to say. I just don't see it happening, but that's just my opinion. Of course, you guys can say what you will, but this would be a 10,000% increase in price. And similar to what I said, $10,000 will be the beginning. We don't know when this will happen. Could it happen this bull run? Yeah, everything, in this market moves very, very fast. So anything is possible. But I will say this, I will be more dead set on about roughly $1,500 to $3,000 being some bare minimum target points to really kind of start taking some profit off the board to reinvest into other altcoins, or maybe even to reinvest in QNT if we do have a bear market coming very soon. But overall, I don't like to trade my QNT, and I do not like to sell it. I like to accumulate my QNT. So, do with that what you will. Have your own exit plan in mind. Know where you are going to be selling. Know where you are going to be entering as well. But with all of that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.